going on, New Jersey homeowners? It's Omar here. Been working in solar in the state of New Jersey since 2016. Helped probably thousands of homeowners go solar and save money in their electric bill. So in this quick video, I wanted to quickly just go over the differences between a solar lease and a solar loan, and more specifically, like what they're not telling you. So I wanted to get into the nitty-gritty, maybe the hard questions, the things that a lot of companies are just probably too afraid to be transparent about. But since I'm not like directly benefiting from like what goes on in the state of New Jersey, I can be really transparent with you. So I hope you appreciate this information and follow the channel here. But one of the big stigmas is when it comes to solar is around the word lease, right? When you hear lease, you hear like, you know, company getting rich off of you, but in solar it is a little bit different. So it's just a matter of understanding if it's the right product for you, especially if like you're older and you can't necessarily take advantage of solar tax credits. But I'm just going to go line by line and talk about which one could potentially just how both of them compare to each other. So we have the federal tax credit that just expired for ownership here in December 31st, 2025. So up until July 4th, the solar company that installs the panels can still claim it. So you can still technically take advantage of the solar tax credit by getting the cheapest rate possible in terms of the kilowatt hour that they sell you the electricity for. So I think a fair rate would probably be somewhere between 15 to 16 cents if they are passing that credit on to you, right? Anything higher than that, it's a little bit aggressive, in my opinion anyways. Upfront cost for both of these, whether you go with the power purchase agreement or the solar loan, is going to be $0, right? Typically most financing companies are not going to have you pay anything to go solar, but you're financing the loan when it comes to that, and you're paying the interest rates and everything that comes with that. With the lease, you're not financing. You are taking a monthly solar payment somewhere between I would say 30 to 40% cheaper, maybe even 50% cheaper than what your current monthly payment is. Again, don't let this is not a universal number, this 130 to 150. Let's just say you're paying an average of $250 to $300 a month on average. Your monthly payment for a lease, depending on the rate you get, would be somewhere between 130 to 150. So average savings is somewhere between 40, even 50% in the state of New Jersey. Okay. But if you go with the solar loan or financing, your effective monthly payment is typically $240, $280, and that's because you're not taking advantage of the federal solar tax credit, right? So that's your true monthly payment once everything's said and done, $240, $280, right? So you're basically just doing a bill swap. And I mentioned this, but again, if you're getting the cheaper rate and you're just looking for savings, a fair rate from the utility company might be somewhere between 15 and 16 cents with no escalator, meaning this rate does not go up for the next 25 years. Now, if you do have a home improvement or an upgrade that the solar company is willing to handle for you, they sometimes will add additional escalator on there up to like 2.9%. So that's just mostly to handle some upgrades for you, but the 2.9% is always going to be cheaper than what you're paying with solar, right? So with taking out versus taking out a loan. So if you're taking out a loan, your effective rate of what you're paying per kilowatt hour without getting that tax credit is around 24 to 26 cents a kilowatt hour. So again, you're paying much more for electricity. And this is the state tax credit, right? So in order for them to get you this cheaper rate, they're able to take the New York, the state income. There's like a SREC credit, ADI income. So that's kept by the solar company. And if you do the math, that's $800 that you could actually pay towards the solar loan. You know, if you, and that comes like in yearly payments. So every year you apply the $800, $700, $800 towards the loan, and you can pay off the loan that much faster, right? But this rate and these monthly payments includes that $800. Okay, so it is good, it does help, but it's not going to offset the cost of just saving money Okay, and then we have the hidden costs of solar that a lot of people don't talk about. Right, so if you take out a loan, everything is your responsibility, from the inverter to the maintenance for the panels connecting to the roof. So if there were to say be like a leak, most companies are going to give you like a 10-year warranty on that. But again, if you own the panels and if you own the system, if you get a lease, they're going to cover all the leaks and everything for 25 years. Whereas if you take out a loan, after 10 years, it's all up to you. Alright, so day one savings, right? If you're just looking for immediate relief on your electric bill, you're going to max out your savings by going with the solar power purchase agreement or a lease, because you're just saving from day one. It's going to be cheaper. Solar loan at this point in time, at least up until July 4th, is going to be more expensive than just staying with PSEG, or maybe even almost just as much, right? Because the rate that you're paying with PSEG is probably around 26 cents a kilowatt hour. They might even get a little bit higher, 27, 28 cents during the summer months. So I would say a solar loan at this point is more like a bill swap, right? You're not really saving much on your monthly statement. You're just hoping to maybe break even 10, 15 years down the road. Who knows if you'll still be living in your house by then, but that's the comparison of the solar lease versus loan. I hope this clears things up for you guys. If you have any questions, leave those questions in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. As you can see, it's not black and white for everybody. Like if you're older and you don't, maybe you're retired and you can't even take advantage of any tax credits, right? Like this definitely would not have been for you. A solar loan would not have been for you, even if Trump did not take away the tax credits. So it's always different from person to person. But across the board, 80-90% of the people that have helped in the state of New Jersey have just wanted to control their rates and get their savings. So the solar lease has been the best option for them. All right. So guys, I'll leave a link to the calculator in the description below. I have a calculator here, and this is going to take you also to get a quick quote here. So you just fill this out. I'll be able to get you a proposal. It's free of cost. It'll show you where the panels will go and what the savings would look like for your specific situation. All we need is an electric bill to do that, and we'll get you set up going solar. Take care.